This is what I wish I knew when I was in my 20s, as a woman who's now in my 30s when it comes to dating. If he does not thoroughly enjoy taking care of you, run. It should turn him on to please you.
Whoa, wait a minute. Dating advice from a woman over the age of 30? Oh my gosh, this has to be great because women are really looking out for each other, right? Well, let me go ahead and welcome you guys to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. Today's question is a really simple one. What are the results that women are actually looking for when it comes to dating? And are they good at giving each other advice? Remember, join this conversation because we're about to get back into this video and see exactly what we can learn. Like the video, then subscribe to the channel because I'm posting daily content. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal. So here we go.
This is what I wish I knew when I was in my 20s, as a woman who's now in my 30s when it comes to dating. If he does not thoroughly enjoy taking care of you, run. It should turn him on to please you. It should fill his cup to fill yours. If there is any sentiment that you are a burden, a chore, depleting him, what do you bring to the table? Any of that, run. If he does.
Red flag. Red flag. If this woman cannot tell you what she's bringing to the table, she probably doesn't like you. Now, I know this is a question that you probably should avoid having with a woman, but I need you to understand she's looking at you and seeing what you bring to the table. Everything you do, everything you say, every action that you take, she's looking at that and measuring it to see if you are the one she's looking for or is looking to use. Let's continue.
Does not naturally make you a priority. Next, if he has enough time in his day to use the restroom, if he has enough time in his day to eat food, he has enough time in his day to call you, to text you, to get back to you, to prioritize you. People prioritize what they want to prioritize. Someone raised on love cannot date someone raised on survival. Unfortunately, this is especially prevalent in Black communities where people had to grow up raising themselves in really difficult situations. If he does not get therapy and is at a point of healing to the point where he can recognize love and give love and process love, do not waste your time if you are raised on love.
If you're raised on love is a very powerful statement because what about her? Has she been raised on love? The majority of people on this planet, 95% of people on this planet, I would say are in survival mode, meaning the majority of us are broke. So when it comes to, you know what, let's continue.
You can see a dog on the street, want to take them inside, but they can maul your entire family because they do not understand what love is when you reach out your hand to pet them. If he gets defensive when you express your truth, next, the wrong man will try to make it seem like whatever it is trivial. It does not even matter what it is. He could hurt your feelings because he wrote your name on a card with bad handwriting. It does not matter what it is. If you are feeling a way about it and you cannot talk to him and hear his empathy and compassion, he does not have to agree to understand. He does not have to agree to show love and care and consideration. If he does not have that level of emotional intelligence and availability, move on. You cannot teach someone that. If he's aggressive with others, he's most likely going to be aggressive with you. If he cannot respect your boundaries, move on. That is a dangerous situation. If he cannot set boundaries with others, move on. This boy will have you feeling like the man in the relationship. If money is the number one metric that matters in his life, move on. You will never come first, and you are going to be seen as an expense. Let me know if I should do a part 2.
What? If you're seen as an expense, if money is the number one metric, fellas, I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. This woman is gorgeous. I know she may not look it right here, but let me just tell you guys, this woman is my type of woman looks wise. Now, listening to her, I'm saying, damn, the damage is piled up. I mean, it is so much damage that it makes me think, is she really worth the headache? Is she really worth the stress that she's gonna put you through? Let me say this. Putting a woman first is one of the worst things you could possibly do in your life, because what you really should be doing is power, money, then the honey, then the women. The reason why is because if you don't have the power, it's going to be hard for you to make the money. If you don't have the money, it's going to be hard for you to take care of the woman. It's going to be hard for you to even try to prioritize her. This woman is a social media content creator, which means she's going on trips. We don't know how they're getting paid for. Okay, she's doing things that cost a lot of money. Where is the money coming from? Okay, what I do not know is where the money is actually coming from, because to be going on them trips that she's going on and to be doing some of the things that she's doing, somebody is funding that. Now, the reason why I'm saying what is the results that she's looking for is because, is she looking for a man or is she looking for many men? Because when I'm listening to her, all of those things were mistakes that guys from her past made. This is why I'm saying she's on wall watch, because is she actually learning from her mistakes? If she were learning from her mistakes, she would center her advice around how to keep a man. You guys just heard me say, I believe this woman is gorgeous. Okay, gorgeous. So I'm not the only man that thinks that. She has a lot of followers. She's going on trips. She's going places. And guess what? There's not a lot of men or any men in any of the pictures that she has when she's going on these trips. So as a man, you have to understand, when there is no man in the picture, and every once in a while you see a friend, one homegirl, that lets you know who's funding the trip, and it's not her. But let me say this, it might be her. Maybe she's a nurse and maybe she's making a lot of money as a nurse. But I want you guys to understand, this woman is going to give you a headache. The problems that other guys have caused will be the problems that you have to pay for in her future, in her very near future. Again.
On your neck. Terrence, why is that hickey on your neck?
Baby, this isn't even my neck, though.
What?
This isn't even my neck, but you always look at something around.
Who neck it is? Who neck? It ain't mine. Who neck?
One of my boys.
Near future. Again, is she worth the headache? She has the look, but is that good enough for the headache that she's gonna cause you? I'm gonna tell you, for me, it is not. Also, again, when it comes to men, that seems to be her goal, because if it were literally a man, then she would have that man. For instance, being sympathetic towards whatever she has going on in her life. The reason why a man wouldn't be sympathetic towards what she has going on in her life is because they're simple problems. They're things that she should be able to easily get over or get through. Now, if there's an emergency, if there's a tragedy, if somebody just passed, if, something really, really traumatic just happened to somebody, then yes, that's something that you can be empathetic for. But some of the things that women want you to be sympathetic or empathetic for, you probably won't be, because you'll see that she caused the problem or she's adding to that problem, when all she has to do is simply remove herself. But remember, I learned this reading a book. A lot of times women are talking, they literally just want you to kind of cheer them on. When women are talking about emotional intelligence, I'm going to just tell you guys this. Any woman that's looking for you to be emotionally intelligent is a red flag, because what she should be looking for is logical. She should be looking for you to be logical and rational, right? Decisive, a decision maker. That's what she should be looking for. Her talking about making her the priority will be something you regret, because if you don't have the money, she will replace you. If you have the money, you can easily replace her. And I know that's a harsh thing to say, but think about it. All of the mistakes that she made in her 20s, she's now in her 30s, okay? So if this woman is now in her 30s, can you imagine all the mistakes that she's made? What she's saying is sabotaging other women, or is keeping women single. Now, I have no problem with that if that's what we're doing, but let's not act and pretend as if we're trying to get into a relationship, because everything that she said is something that you will definitely do at some point in time in a relationship. And you know what her advice to women is? Run, 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 get away, get away, get away. How many men that she actually likes are going to be in therapy? How many men that she is interested in are actually going to be in therapy, and she's going to be okay with that? I need you guys to start making a little bit of sense of what women are saying, because it doesn't make any sense, right? Yes, it's great to go to therapy if it's something that's helping you, but the majority of men are not going to therapy. And just like she talked about being healed, the majority of women are not healed. Do you guys know why? When they emotionally leave a relationship, they have not physically left the relationship. So what they're doing is they're bringing in new men while they're healing. Because they're healing, right? Not only did they already have men coming in towards the tail end of that relationship, they were setting guys up to see who got next. This is why men keep saying things like, enjoy your turn. Clearly, everybody gets one. And I don't mean everybody, I just mean certain men. I want y'all to think about this as well. This woman being in her 30s. So for her to still be young, right? She's going to have to date a guy that's 50, 60, 70. Do you think that she's looking for love? Fellas, I'm asking this because when I listen to a woman speak, 4 categories pop up in my head: wife, companion, fun girl, gold digger. Now, listening to her speak, do you think she's looking for Mr. Fix-It? Do you think she's looking for Mr. Wallet? Do you think she's looking for Mr. Bedroom? Or do you think she's looking for the homie? I'm going to do you guys a favor, and I'm going to tell you, she's probably looking for the homie and probably Mr. Wallet, because again, she's a content creator. And because she's a content creator that's going on trips, if you don't have the money, you will not last with her. I get it. She said, well, you got to prioritize me. If you can go to the bathroom, you should be able to call me. But here's the problem. A lot of times you call a woman, you can't just get off the phone with her. She may think, or you may think, okay, yeah, let me just go ahead and just check in with her real quick. But that's not going to do you any good, fellas. Listen, as a man who has a fair amount of experience with women, I can just tell you, whatever she's saying will never be enough. Yes, you called to talk to her for 5 minutes because you went to the bathroom, right? But eventually that will not be enough. She's going to want 10 minutes, then an hour, then 2 hours, then 3 hours. Then before you know it, she's going to want you to just be laid up with her. Now, there will be no issue being laid up with her if you're a please her type of guy. Me personally, I'm a please her type of guy because I want her to bring that ass back. You know, the bounce back is everything for me. I like to see how it bounces back, right? But here's the thing. How long will that last, fellas? How long will it last? I'm telling you, relationships are now short term. These are the results that they're looking for. They're looking for experiences that they can get from you, because all of us, no matter what we are, no matter what we do or don't do, we all provide a different experience. All of our hobbies, we don't like the same things. All men, we may like sports, we may not like sports. If you do like sports, you may like football. He might like, me personally, I like basketball. He might like soccer. He might like baseball. all 4 different types of games, which has 4 different types of rules. I can go deeper, but you guys get it. Her advice is centered around her. And this is the issue that she's having, just like other women. It's all about her and not anything about the guy or the guys that she's actually dating. Again, this is where all of their problems are stemming from. They think that you have an unlimited amount of money and an unlimited amount of time to be able to give her, while being able to keep everything else afloat and be emotionally available. Fellas, that is one of the biggest traps that a woman can actually try to get you into. I'm telling you, that emotionally available thing only means she will be able to emotionally bully you. Think about it. Thoroughly being able to take care of her. She's talking about money. You being a burden, right? Think about it. What burden would she be? Constantly wanting something that you have to buy? Once again, we're talking about money. Yes, there was a few other things that she brought up, like being defensive. That whole being defensive thing, once again, is another trap, because what that means is you're going to listen to her just talk and nag and complain a lot, and just it never stops, right? So the moment you stand up for yourself, she's going to call that defensive, because you got to understand, women change the meanings to words, and they do that because they're trying to get some type of emotional response out of you. So the words really don't matter. What matters is the emotional charge that she's getting from it. Get your mind, your body, and your finances together. This is literally the reason why I continuously say this, because all the mistakes she's made has shown us and told us how many men she's dealt with. Now, when you have the money, she's easily replaceable. When you don't have the money, she's hard to replace, and she's going to replace you. But I have a question for you. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.